You know what's crazy? I can finally say for myself, I don't want a relationship anymore. I'm happy being alone. I'm okay with coming back home to myself every day, going to work every day. I ain't losing sleep, staying up on the phone with nobody. I ain't got to worry about providing for a female because some of y'all females ain't worth providing for. Because you don't give back to the man that's working his ass off to pay the bills or give you what the fuck you want. While you getting your nails done, he's cutting his fucking hands, getting calloused and shit on them. You know what I mean? It makes no sense because you got to be worthy of a good man. You got to be worthy of someone who's willing to break his fucking back to give you everything he never had. Okay? So I'm content with being alone. It's fucking crazy how some of y'all strive and kill yourselves over relationships that are not worth it. Don't do it to yourself. It's not fucking worth it. Find yourself first. That's all that matters.
We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused. Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So I got a video for you guys from Man Reacts called Men Are Walking Away from Dating and Marriage Because Women Aren't Worth the Effort. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video.
Worth the effort.
A shocking new claim about the falling marriage rate is raising a lot of questions right now. A new study says the reason fewer people are getting married is because there's a shortage of, quote, economically attractive men.
I ask this question all the time. You complain about men, but are you being the type of a woman that a man would want, right? Maybe in the instant when men are not thinking with their big heads and they're saying, oh, well, she's half naked, great, I'm going to go for it. That might be what a man wants. But long term, that's not what a man wants. A man doesn't want a girl that's just going to be naked all the time and put herself out there available for every man to see. You know, that I don't have to be a man to know that that's not what men want. So then you say men suck. I'm looking at you going, I'm not a dude. I wouldn't date you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, self-perpetuating problem. Not enough women calling out the fact that women are not desirable right now, in my opinion, right? They're sexually desirable, but I wouldn't want to take you home to mom desirable.
Now, I want to address that because that's exactly what you got going on in the West. And the problem is that a lot of the women that are sexually desirable, they want to be take home the mom desirable, but be sexually desirable at the same time. And by that, I mean be able to go out of their way to attract the kind of attention that they know that they're going to get, especially from other men. And then what they want to do is call you insecure as a man if you don't accept it. Meanwhile, these are the same women that are over here saying that they're uncomfortable with their man liking other women's pictures. And those women are dressing just as provocative as those women. So it just goes to show you, bro, there's definitely a double standard when it comes to this. And no matter how much men try to let women know this, they're just bucking against it socially. Mainly based off of what they see on social media and women and men liking these girls' pics. But little do they know is that for most men, we just want to screw these women. We don't want to like wife those women. And that's what Candace Owens is trying to point out. Let's keep it moving.
Why would I get married? Why? There's no actual reason to get married. It can complicate things. I have some friends that just have a woman they love and they had kids and they just didn't get married. I find them happier than those that get married.
There's something about it. I don't know what it is, but I feel like once you put the marriage title on it, there's just this
like
added pressure
too, right?
that like the relationship doesn't need.
Did you hear about this new food that like completely destroys sex drive in women?
No.
Wedding cake.
Some good coffee.
Does that make sense for you as far as like why divorce is inherently more risky for men?
I just feel like you're saying because women tend to be the person who initiates a divorce, correct?
Yes.
That's why it's riskier for men, but why do women tend to end divorces? With successful men that have money, they cheat.
She said it earlier.
They do all these things that women don't want to put up with.
It's a
So
feeling.
why? Yeah.
Feelings change from day to day.
Yeah,
time
so
to
I
time.
could have been in love with the person at the moment, but if that person is no longer treating me well just because we're married, I have to say no.
That's the point.
Because he can't be a good husband.
So as a man,
that's all I'm asking.
If I marry you and
Yeah.
you decide, you know what, he's not the guy I thought he was anymore, I'm leaving. You take half my stuff and maybe.
So is there no risk without reward?
Oh, so what?
You married me, right?
No. So once again, this is why
you
men
wanted to marry me.
don't want to
You
get married.
thought you loved me enough that it would be worth it to you to marry me and
so
take
real
the
quick,
risk.
hold on, stop the show. You just basically admitted it with your own words why guys don't get married.
They're few.
Yeah, like, are you fucking serious? The moment the word "so" came out of your mouth, everything else that came out of your mouth was null and void. Really, everything prior to that. But when you said "so," oh yeah, that did it, bruh. And anything else you say, that ain't gonna hold no fucking weight. This is exactly why men are like, I'm cool. And here's another thing, because I'm really getting sick and tired of this. A lot of women that want to sit over here and say, men over here worried about women taking half of what they don't got. Okay, well, let me ask you this then. If men shouldn't be worried about that because these quote unquote men ain't got no money, then explain to me what the fuck is stopping you from marrying these men. Oh yeah, they ain't got no money according to you. Okay. Whatever, man. Let's keep it moving.
The society we're creating right now, more and more men don't want to get married. And I get why. There is almost zero upside for men getting married. This isn't me saying that men shouldn't get married, or women, but think about what society is telling men about what being a man is. How about society is fucking men hardcore for getting married. If you get married and you get divorced, a woman takes 50% of whatever you have. 80% of relationships, the man is the biggest provider. So that's a big fuck right off the bat. What are you getting in exchange for that? Second, if you have kids with her, you're fucked, because the government doesn't think that you deserve shit. So even good dads who try to stay in the kid's life are fucked. So there's a lot of men going, why the fuck would I do this? The good news is that will correct itself, because eventually then people start going, oh, right? When you create mistakes, you only create more error. Error creates more error. So we've gone so far the other direction that more and more men are going, like, why the fuck would I get married?
And you guys, that's the reason why MGTOW is a movement now. That's why Red Pill is a movement now. That's why Passport Bros is a movement now. Because in the dating market in the West, this is the reason why all these movements and ideologies exist. You know, these movements and ideologies just didn't get conjured up on their own out of thin air. You know what I mean? It's a result of feminism going so far left that men realize that there is no incentive for us anymore. Like, we're better off just staying single. And women are in an uproar about it because deep down they know for men it's really not a good deal. So their only choice is to go into the guilt and shaming tactics to try to get men to what's the word that I'm looking for? Cooperate the way that they want us to. Let's keep it moving.
Yo, what is going on? Like, if I was a guy, I would not want to date in this day and age. This guy, I was just looking on Instagram, wanted to get 2 girls, different numbers. Listen to the responses.
Excuse me. You got a name?
What's up?
I'm trying to.
Some money or something?
Huh?
You got some money?
What? Why you coming like that?
Because I'm a dancer, baby. I'm an entertainer.
Oh, that's why.
You ain't got no money, bye.
Peep the second one.
I'm just gonna see if I can grab your number.
I don't be giving out my number for free.
What cost to get your number? How much we talking?
Solid.
What? 500 for your number?
Yeah.
I can't give you no free game.
Gold digger. Not giving it back to you for your phone number?
God.
I give you $500.
Does nobody see an issue? Girls want to be treated with respect nowadays, but you're coming at them with transactions. I don't feel bad. I'm sorry for any girl who gets cheated on or at a guy and saying, where's my money? Like, he owes you something after knowing you for 30 seconds. Dude, if I was a guy, I would boycott dating. I'm sorry. This bothers me to high hell.
Yo, that's crazy work, man. 500. brother, you don't even want to know what I could tell you what you could do with that 500 if you go to one of these other countries. You can get way more than a girl's phone number. Let's keep it moving.
So comments like this from a black woman that says that she doesn't need a black man to win, and Kamala Harris does not need black men to win. Number one, this is what Democrats and the left really think about black men. Number two, this is what today's black woman thinks about black men. This is why they are more likely to be single than any other race of women. This is why the black community is so close to being cooked right now. Because what has happened is this: over the past couple of years, over the past, I would say 40 to 50 years, black men have been replaced in black households by Democrats, by liberalism. What they have done is they have established what I like to call the black Democrat matriarchy. The black community is a matriarchal community. That is why it's cooked. That is why it goes through so many of the issues that it goes through right now, with fatherlessness, with the culture issues, with everything that is going on, because of attitudes and ideas like this. And you have to understand that when it comes to attitudes and ideas like this, from black women that are saying that they don't need black men, that are saying that they do better without them, they're saying that Kamala Harris doesn't need black men to win, et cetera, that is the fundamental, that is the way that the community thinks. That is the way that these chicks that are held up as these strong, powerful, beautiful, all-knowing black women, this is how they think. This is why blacks are so close to being cooked, because this is the head of the black community right now.
Yep, and those will be the same women that'll sit over here and tell other black men that they need to uplift black women. Like y'all ain't ever found that weird though? I'm like, the same black women that talk shit and talk down on black men are the same women that say that black men need to uplift women. Like, we're supposed to uplift women, but take they shit at the same time. Oh man, well, walking contradictions, I tell you. Let's keep it moving.
We seriously need to bring back traditional values in this country, and I think it's so disgusting how many single men there are over the age of 30, not even 30, like 35, 40, doing what? Working a job, slaving away to the government, giving into capitalism, and they think that's what matters. What truly matters is finding love and building a family. The idea that these men...
we actually did that. We tried. Unfortunately, just nothing was good enough. The houses weren't good enough. The lifestyle wasn't good enough. And so, you know what I mean? It didn't matter how traditional you want to be. We try to do the whole family thing. We try to, have kids and have family and do all that jazz. And it just never worked out, because we live in a society now where nothing's good enough. Yeah. Go figure. So now we'll go work our jobs. We'll make our monies. And we're going to go do like what you said in the video. We're going to go golfing. We're going to play video games, stay in our houses, go to the gym, travel. We're going to go do all those things because, you know what I mean? We tried. We're not desirable. So we're going to eat our fruit. And, yeah. So keep up the good work.
Yeah, I really don't like the part where she said, "I find it disgusting." I'm like, do you get that same disgusting feeling for women in their 30s and 40s and 50s still over here moving like 304s?
Nope.
Do you have that same disgusting feeling for women in their 30s and 40s that ain't married or haven't had kids yet? Do you see those women as red flags? I'd be willing to bet you don't.
Nope.
Let's keep it moving.
Men aren't committing anymore because there's a woman who don't require commitment.
Y'all will divorce men who ain't do a damn thing to you. Men that y'all swear don't exist. So imagine being shitted on your whole life. Imagine them acting like good men don't exist and they don't want to marry women just for them to wake up one day and ruin every fucking thing they thought they had with these women. Some of these dudes got their first kids with y'all. Y'all will fuck all of that up. Don't give no fucks. It's a waste of time. That's why they knocking men. Thank God there's women who don't require that shit. And it's just funny to me how y'all always talking about men being committed. What about y'all motherfuckers? If y'all actually knew how to be faithful, maybe men would commit. But y'all want us to be in this one-sided ass relationship where we so in love with y'all, but y'all only in love with our money or what we doing for y'all. That's fucking stupid. Do y'all really want to procreate with men who dumb enough to fall for all of the stupid shit y'all be saying? Just because y'all act like y'all want to get married, but y'all show something different every time? No woman has ever showed real patience, and that's the only thing it takes to last forever. Y'all just be doing anything, sabotaging everything, and I'm tired of being humble about it. Every woman out here has had a man who was good to her. Y'all don't want it, because we always gonna have two options, and it don't make no sense that y'all just seem to never, ever, ever, ever have a good man that lasts with them. Y'all don't even know how to do that shit, but be talking all this mess.
When some women be like, "You're a pick me, you're giving pick me vibes." Y'all forget that men have options too. I mean, there are less of them and more of us. And being called a pick me isn't an insult, because at the end of the day, they do have the option to choose who they want as a partner. I can guarantee you he's not going to choose a toxic woman, someone who is confrontational, she nags, she's not nurturing, she's not feminine. He is going to pick someone else. So why is being picked by a man so bad? I mean, you get picked by your boss. You get picked when you go fill out an application. You get picked when you go apply for a loan. You get picked when you go to college. So at the end of the day, if you are a toxic woman, no man who is in his right state of mind will even consider picking you in the first place.
Every woman swears she got the best puss, but the truth is a man could easily go out and find 10 more of one of y'all like that. And the women know it. That's why y'all be sitting here arguing with these dudes. Women that sit and cry and argue and go back and forth with men, it's because they know if I leave, he can find 20 other women just like me. He's not going to really care. He might be upset for a day or two, and then he'll be all right. And he'll find 10 other chicks just like me. Matter of fact, he'll probably find many chicks better than me. That's why y'all sit there and be arguing with these dudes, because deep down inside, you know you a basic bitch. What is he losing by losing you? You ain't bringing nothing different to the table. He don't care that you got a degree. He don't care that you got good credit, that you can help him pay the bills. He honestly doesn't care. The reason why you're sitting there arguing back and forth with him is because you know deep down inside you have no value to him. So you're trying to argue your way into him valuing you. Deep down inside, you know that you don't really bring any value to his life. That's why you won't leave. Because you know that if you leave, he's going to see that things are actually better without you. Every woman.
Yeah, that truth hurts. And to be honest with you, I think that's also the reason why you see so many women coming on these podcasts arguing with other red pillars and stuff as well, because they want their feelings validated by a certain caliber of men. And you know, even though they might not be into those particular men per se that they're on a podcast with, they know that those caliber of men know other caliber of men that are in that same tier. And if there's one thing women are good for is you know, working their way around a room and a crowd and networking, and you know, trying to go from one dude to the next so that way they can find their next victim. So like these women know what they doing when they arguing with men, especially on these podcasts. Because like let's be honest, man, if it was a bunch of bum dudes having a podcast, you wouldn't see these women. I mean, you see other people doing it that clearly don't have the kind of money that, you know, somebody like a Fresh and Fit might have, but clearly the looks in women kind of dwindle, you know, once you go from a Fresh and Fit to somebody you probably don't recognize. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know what I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.